Very good evening, students. Welcome to video class. We are in the chapter body movements, right? In this chapter, we learned different kinds of body movements, right? So, animals walk, run, fly, jump, creep, crawl, slither, and swim. These are only a few of the ways in which animals move from one place to another place, right? Why are there so many differences in the way that animals move from place to place? Why is it that many animals walk while a snake slithers or crawls and a fish swims? We also move different body parts, right? Like neck, wrist, finger, knee, ankle, toe, back, head, elbow, arm, and all, right? Some body parts rotates completely, some body parts rotate partially, right? We can bend also, we can lift some weight also with the help of these body parts, right? And some body parts does not move at all. And there are different types of joints in our body to help us carry out different movements and activities, right? The different types of joints in our body are ball and socket joints, pivotal joints, hinge joints, fixed joints, right? Students, in last class we have learnt the human skeleton, right? All the bones in our body also form a framework to give a shape to our body. This framework is called the skeleton. The human skeleton is composed of around 305 bones at birth. The number of bones in the skeleton changes with the age. It decreases to 206 bones by adulthood after some bones have fused together. So, these bones and cartilage form the skeleton of the human body. It gives the frame and shape to the body and helps in movements. It protects the internal organs like heart, lungs, and all. The human skeleton comprises the skull, the backbone, ribs, and the breastbone, shoulder, and hip bones, and the bones of hands and legs. The bones are moved by alternate contractions and relaxation of two sets of muscle. Okay. So the bone joints are of various kinds depending on the nature of joints and direction of movements they allow, right? Students, now in this class I am going to teach you gait of animals. Okay. So gait means walking pattern. Okay. A person's or a animal's pattern of walking. So first we are going to know walking pattern of earthworm. Okay. Observe an earthworm moving on soil in a garden. Gently lift it and place it on a piece of blotting or a filter paper. Observe its movements. Okay. Then place it on a smooth glass plate or any slippery surface. Observe its movements. Now, is it different from that on paper? In which of the above two surfaces do you find that the earthworm is able to move very easily? The body of an earthworm is made up of many rings joined end to end. An earthworm does not have any bones because it is invertebrates, right? Invertebrates are without backbones. It has muscles which help to extend and shorten the body. During movement, the earthworm first extends the front part of the body, keeping the rear portion fixed to the ground. Then it fixes the front end and releases the rear end. It then shortens the body and pulls the rear end forward. This makes it move forward by a small distances. Repeating such muscle expansions and contractions, the earthworm can move through soil. Its body secretes a slimy substance to help the movements. And how does it fix parts of its body to the ground? Under its body, it has a large number of tiny bristles. Okay, bristles means hair-like structures projecting out. The bristles are connected with muscles. The bristles help to get a good grip on the ground. Okay, the earthworm actually eats its way through the soil. It eats only soil. Its body then throws away the undigested part of the material that eats. This activity of an earthworm makes the soil more useful for plants and farmers. Okay. This earthworm is also known as farmer's friend. Students, now we are going to know gait of snail. Okay, walking pattern of snail. Observe a snail in your garden or in field. Have you seen the rounded structure it carries on its back? Students, in this picture also you see here rounded structure it carries on its back. This is called the shell and it is the outer skeleton of the snail, but it is not made of bones. The shell is a single unit and does not help in moving from place to place. It has to be dragged along. And place the snail on a glass plate and watch it. When it starts moving, carefully lift the glass plate along with the snail over your head. Observe its movements from beneath. A thick structure and a thread of snail may come out of an opening in the shell. The thick structure is its foot, made of strong muscles. Now carefully tilt the glass plate. The wavy motion of the foot can be seen. Is the movement of snail slow or fast or compared to an earthworm? The movement of a snail is slow compared to an earthworm. Students, next we are going to know gait of cockroach or walking pattern of cockroach. Observe a cockroach in this picture. Cockroaches walk and climb as well as fly in the air also. They have 3 pairs of legs. These help in walking. The body is covered with a hard outer skeleton. This outer skeleton is made of number of plates joined together and that permits movement. There are 2 pair of wings attached to the body behind head. The cockroaches have distinct muscles. Those near the legs move the legs for walking. The body muscles move the wings when the cockroaches flies. Okay. So this way the cockroaches moving. Students, now we are going to know gait of birds. Birds fly in the air and walk on the ground. Right. Some birds like ducks and swans also swim in water. These ducks, swans also called as a water birds. The birds can fly because their bodies are well suited for flying. Their bones are hollow and light. The bones of the hind limbs are typical for walking and perching. The bony parts of the forelimbs are modified as wings. The shoulder bones are strong. The breast bones are modified to hold muscles of flight, which are used to move the wings up and down. Okay. Students, now we are going to know gait of fish. Okay. Students, here one small activity. Okay. Make a paper boat. Put it in water and push it with one narrow end pointing forward. Okay. Here, like in a picture. Okay. And did it go into the water easily? Okay. So now hold the boat sideways and push it into the water from the broad side. Okay, as in B. Okay, B picture. Are you able to make the boat move in water when you push it from this side? Yes, right. So, have you noticed the shape of a boat is somewhat like a fish? Okay. The head and tail of the fish are smaller than the middle portion of the body. The body tapers at both ends. This body shape is called streamlined. Okay, the shape is such that water can flow around it easily and allow the fish to move in water. The skeleton of the fish is covered with strong muscles. During swimming, muscles make the front part of the body curve to one side and the tail part swings towards the opposite side. The fish forms a curve as shown in this picture. Okay. Then quickly the body and tail curve to the other side. This makes a jerk and pushes the body forward. A series of such jerks make the fish swim ahead. This is helped by the fins of the tail. Fish also have other fins on their body which mainly help to keep the balance of the body and to keep direction while swimming. And did you ever notice that underwater divers wear fin-like flippers on their feet to help them move easily in water? Okay. Students, now we are going to know movement in a snake. Okay. How do snakes move? Have you seen a snake slither? Does it move straight? No, right. Snakes have a long backbone. Okay. Because snake is a vertebrate. Okay. And it belongs to reptiles. They have many thin muscles. They are connected to each other even though they are far from one another. Muscles also interconnected the backbone, ribs and skin. The snake's body curves into many loops. Each loop of the snake gives it a forward push by pressing against the ground. Since its long body makes many loops and each loop gives it this push. The snake moves forward very fast and not in a straight line. Okay. So students, in this chapter we have learned about the use of bones and muscles for the movements of different animals, right? Students, I think you have many questions about the different movements in animals. Okay, so must you be having many unanswered questions buzzing in your minds, I think. Okay, so the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle, in his book Gait of Animals, asked himself these questions: why do different animals have the body parts that they do have, and how do these body parts help animals to move the way they do, and what are the similarities and differences in these body parts between different animals, how many body parts are needed by different animals for moving from place to place, why two legs for humans and four legs for cows and buffaloes? Many animals seem to be having an even number of legs. Why? Why is the bending of our legs different from that of our arms? So many questions, and perhaps we have looked for some answers also, right, through our activities in this chapter. And we need to look for many more answers. Okay. So if you have any doubt, ask in online session. Okay. All of you should follow given worksheet. Thank you, students.